Hi, my name is Eugenia Hernandez, and I'm going to talk about one of my favorite and most speculated mysteries, which is the story of the Grand Duchess Anastasia Nikolaevna Romanova. This is an actual historical event, one that most people could believe to be a fictional story. The mystery revolves around the life of Anastasia, the daughter of the last Russian Tsar Nicholas II and his wife Princess Alix Hesse-Darmstadt, mostly known as Empress Alexandra. Anastasia was born in Petrovoritz, Russia, formerly known as Peterhof. She was born on June 18, 1901 and died July 16, 1918, making her 17 years old when she died. Anastasia wasn't known for her prim and proper behavior most royals are accustomed to. On the contrary, between her brother and sisters, she was considered the most energetic and mischievous child. She was bright and gifted and was considered to have great personal charm. Anastasia had three older sisters, Olga, Tatiana, and Maria, and a younger brother, Alexei, who was the heir to the throne. The Romanov dynasty ruled Russia for 3 centuries. The Romanov family lived in the Tsarskoye Palace until Nicholas II generated hostility within the public during World War I. In 1997, 20th Century Fox came out with the movie Anastasia. In the movie, Rasputin, the family's spiritual advisor, put a curse on the family in retaliation of his banishment. It is believed that Rasputin's curse is what caused the Russian Revolution. Grigory Rasputin was actually a dear friend of the Romanov family. He was never banished and the family was never cursed. He actually sent letters to the Tsar imploring him to seek peaceful solutions during that time. In March 1917, soldiers began to launch a mutiny and started seizing royal property. In order to prevent a Russian civil war, Nicholas abdicated his throne. The family then moved around to ensure their protection. They were then exiled to the Ural Mountains where they were placed under house arrest. The abdication of Nicholas II's throne wasn't enough to prevent a civil war. Vladimir Lenin led the Bolsheviks, also known as the Red Army, to fight and replace imperial rule with communist regime. The Supreme Soviet Council of Russia sent out orders to Yakov Jurovsky, the commandant of the Special House of Purpose. Yakov deceived Anastasia and her family by leading them down to a basement where, under the pretext that they were going to be protected from all the chaos. The family was executed on July 16, 1918, in Yekaterinburg, Russia. There was much speculation that Anastasia and her brother Alexei survived and escaped the execution. The theory rose on the forensic study in 1991 that identified the bodies of the Romanov family, but not the bodies of Anastasia and Alexei. One of the theories surrounding their survival is that they were shielded from the bullets by the family jewels that had been sewn into their clothing for safekeeping, allowing them to fake their deaths and escape the revolution. There were many Romanov impostors, not only of Anastasia, but of her siblings as well. Marga Boots claimed to be the Grand Duchess Olga of Romanov. Larissa Tudor was rumored to be the second sister Tatiana. She never claimed to be the Grand Duchess, but rumors arose after her death. The famous the most famous impostor was Anna Anderson, aka Franziska Shankowski, who claimed to be Anastasia. In Berlin in 1920, Anna tried to commit suicide but refused to tell anyone her name. 2 years later, she came out claiming that she was Anastasia. Anna claimed to be Anastasia until her death in 1984, but in the 90s, DNA evidence proved that she was not the Grand Duchess. In the 1970s, an amateur archaeologist found a grave with the skeletons of 6 adults and 3 children. These findings were kept secret to the public until the collapse of the Soviet Union in the 1990s. Years later, in 2007, a new DNA test was done on another grave found near the first one. It conclusively identified Anastasia and Alexei's bodies. So, after a 90-year mystery, the truth of what happened to the family came to light. Because of the Romanov siblings' unique insight to protect the family jewels, Anastasia and Alexei were able to survive the first shooting, but they didn't survive long. The soldiers found Anastasia and Alexei crouched up against the wall in fear of their lives, and they were shot till dead. Thank you.